it has been a week since I last worked on the mega base here, and I gotta say, it has not looked better. I am really still liking how this palace turned out last episode. If you haven't watched that, guys, yet, go watch it. It's really cool. But yeah, this place has turned out really well in my opinion. We got the nice chandeliers with all the thrones for all the Olympians, of course. If you guys don't know this yet, I'm doing Olympus based off Greek mythology for my mega base this season, and things are going pretty well. But what I want to do is make this place look even better. And no, we're not adding details today. I know I mentioned that a lot last episode. But today, we're going to actually be adding more to the whole base itself. So what I want to really do first is add the water. And I think this is going to really transform the base quite a lot and bring a lot more color to it. But then I also want to build the stairs. And the stairs are going to be something very similar to the palace itself. Except I want to build them a little bit more... how would you call it, random. I want to add some diagonals in and make it just a little bit more interesting than this really squared off look that I went for here. And yeah, I really hope this turns out well, because I am really liking how this base is turning out. And quite frankly, the last couple of days I've been lacking motivation to play because I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do for this episode, but now I do. So why don't we go fill in all of these waters? I want to add some waterfalls, and yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so I know when I said that I'm going to add water, I didn't actually mean that big a job, but I actually turned it into quite a cool little project. I also added some like foamy stuff, like sort of foamy misty stuff, where the water is meant to be moving quickly, and I think that just adds a little bit more. As you can see, the waterfalls look a little bit more like waterfalls now. I may have overdid it slightly, but of course, when we add all the other things to this island, it's going to become a lot better looking. As I'm doing this in survival, guys, it takes me a long time to do little things like this, so yeah, it's really a process. And as you can see, I also added it to the big waterfall down the bottom. I just find it so funny how waterfalls and water in general makes a build look so much better. Like this looks good, right? But wait, if I chuck on shaders real quick, I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna look, but maybe it's going to look pretty cool. Who knows? But with the shaders that I use, I think this water is going to look really good when the product is finally finished. So the next thing that I want to get done for this episode today is actually getting the stairs done leading up to the palace from the ground level up the cliff edge to the palace. It's going to be quite a challenge, actually, now that I think about it. I've been pondering it for quite a while now, and well, I want to make it really like a winding pathway when you think about it, and I'm definitely going to have to make some modifications. As you can see, I'm already starting some. Not really sure why I'm placing these blocks, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up blocking these off. But yeah, it's gonna happen. What are you guys doing? So what I want to do is start here, and we're going to have a little bit of a bridge going over across here, and then that's going to slowly go up this cliff edge, which is going to then link up with this little... It's going to be like a little shelter. There's going to be like a little roof here with some pillars. And then we're going to have another path going up to this, where we're going to have some stairs. And hopefully this turns out really well. I'm also planning on having like another second shelter here, just to mix things up again a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully it turns out good. I'm not really sure how to do it. The one thing that I have had trouble with is designing the bridge. I'm going to be building this out of sandstone and granite, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we're going to see how this all works out. So let's hop into a very long time lapse, guys, because I reckon that is what it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of breaking things down after building them up, or maybe we're going to get it done first shot. That would be rare, but maybe this will be one of those. I just got to say one thing before we start the time lapse. This is why I like building mega bases, because you're not building one building. You're building a bunch of different things and putting them all together to build one little story, I guess you could say. Like we have like all of this water, these lakes, and then we have a palace up here. It just all comes together in the end, and I hope it really comes together as well. As you can see, the inside of the floating island here does not look that great, but that's okay. We're not going to have... Oh my gosh, that is a lot of mobs. That is... How do I even see that? That is a ridiculous amount of mobs. I'm just going to get out of here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is when I build this, I'm going to bring the staircase leading down. I think that'll be a lot easier, because I'll be able to like link it downwards, not going upwards and just guessing. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's just hit the timer, guys. I'm just exhausted at this point. I honestly got a lot more done in that time than I previously thought I would. I just kept on building. I was in the mode and we just did it. So yeah, this is the pathway that goes up to our palace. And I think it worked out very well. Of course, we still need to add some detail to it. This is still a blank slate in my opinion. We have to still add some detail to it. But I think it's working out really well. Here we have the first little lot of stairs, and then it comes up and joins to this little natural path that comes up as well. And I tried to really mix in like the nature and the building into it, and I think it worked out pretty well. Now this pathway is a little bit sketchy. We have a little bit more of a unevenness, I guess, and yeah, just overall not as clean. I think we could clean it up a little bit more, but we'll work on that later. And up here we have a little bit of a landing. This is gonna be just like a little bit of a sundial area. Actually, I could add something here, just like a little feature. Boom. Yeah, good feature. we may make that different in the future. But then we have another natural little bit, and of course this is all gonna be made into path properly when we have detailing. And then we have like another little bit of a landing with battlements. Originally I did have like a little bit of a shelter here that had like pillars going up and then a roof, but it didn't look quite right and it obscured the stairs here. But this looks a lot better. And then finally we have stairs coming up to the entrance of our palace, and this is looking really great. I'm really liking the mega base right now, guys. It's looking really good. And at this point in time, I don't really know what I'm going to do next. But I think that brings us to the end of the episode, honestly. I have actually done a lot of work. This has taken me a week, a bit more even, to complete just by designing and just thinking about how to place all these things. It's quite a process when you think about it. So I'm going to head it off there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you happen to like my voice, then make sure to subscribe. Yeah, this is a shorter video, but of course, it's always good. Next episode, guys, I continue to plan on working on the mega base. As you can see, things are starting to fill up a little bit more each time we have a video. I don't know what we're going to do next. Maybe have some trees, maybe, possibly, and maybe some buildings. It's time to work on the flat areas of our mega base and actually fill this space up, I think. But that's all for next video. Make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned so you don't miss that. We are going to be doing a lot of work on this in the future. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.